Hello, I'm Cassie. Welcome back to my allotment journey. Today I'm here at my riverside plot, and it's been a long time since I was able to record here. So I thought it would be nice to give you a bit of a plot tour here, and I've got a couple of jobs to do as well. So I finally made it down to the allotment this afternoon. Feeling it's a good job the clocks went forward today, so I've got some extra daylight in the evenings now, which is just brilliant. In fact, I really don't like it when the clocks go back and we lose that evening light. So it's beautiful day now, although the sun is obviously going down, but should have some time to do some things. So what do I plan to do while I'm here? I've brought a couple of tubs of someone's stuck in the box there. A couple of tubs of potatoes, one set of sorry, that dog's really barking. One set of first earlies, Sharps Express, and another set of second earlies. I can't remember what they are actually. Sapo Uno. So I've got a couple of bags here that have been down here for ages now. They've always had potatoes in. I'm going to mix in some compost with them and a bit of fertiliser and set these ones off here. I've got lots more buckets and bags to do, but I thought this will be a quick job as I haven't got a great deal of time. So 2 buckets of potatoes to do. And I've also got brought with me some of the many onions that I have. So these are my time-saved ones. I think they came from here, but I'm not sure. And I've also got one of my tubs of shallots. So these are the Matador shallots, sown in the end of January, and they're well outgrowing this. And I'm not going to pot them onto something else, so I'm going to find some space to sow shallots here, because shallots and onions are alliums, basically, are one of the things that I do seem to be able to grow here without the pests eating them all. So yeah, that's the main job. The other job, actually is quite a main job as well, is to clear out my big tub, which I'm going to have as a herb garden, I've decided. So I'm going to clear out what's in it now, or most of what's in it now. I mean, there is a couple of broad beans, they can stay in. It'd be silly to pull them up now, really, wouldn't it? But I think I've got a mangel wurzel in there still. I'm not quite sure what else is in there. I think there might be a couple of herbs already, but anyway, I'm going to give it a good going over and see where I am with it. And then I shall give you a bit of a plot tour. So I've got these couple of bags of potatoes here. Well, they haven't got potatoes in anymore. Actually, yes, they have. I can see some potatoes growing. Oh no. Yeah, I'm going to tip them out anyway, because I don't know what they are and I want the ones that I want. So I'm going to tip these out, then mix it with compost and re-put it back in the bag. It's really good soil and full of worms, which is great. Yeah, it's really nice soil. Okay, get a bag of compost, mix it all in. Don't know where the potatoes are. Yeah, that's what was coming up. I've got a feeling that's a Maris piper. Might just pop that into the soil somewhere else, just randomly. Okay, get some of the compost. Okay, I think that's probably enough. Mix it all up together. Put that aside. I'm going to put the 4 Sharps Express in here with the chits up. Okay, let me use the label, and then let's pour. It's basically a pour with these things, aren't you? If I can. Let's see how comedic this is. Oh, it's already pouring. Come on, this is going to be impressive. I'm sure of it. Oh no, it's not at all impressive. It's all going over the floor. Right. Oh dear. Oh, let's pick up ours. Not too much. Not too much. Oh no, I forgot the fertiliser. Not that I've actually done it before and it's always worked perfectly well, but as I have taken the trouble to buy some, I will sprinkle some and stir it manually into the bag. What an idiot. Oh, rest of the path now. Where is the fertiliser? Have I brought it or have I left it? Go and have a look. So in an entirely unsuitable container, because I happen to have it to hand because of the potatoes, I've got a bit of fertiliser. It's organic. So I've just managed to do all of that without having the camera turned on. So I have placed 4 Sharps Express potatoes in the bag there, and I've covered them up with a lot of mixed soil and compost. And you can see the little dots there of some fertiliser that I've put in there. So hopefully that'll give them a good start and we shall get some potatoes. I'll now do the second bag, which is slightly more difficult because it's got some stingy nettles growing in it. So I'm going to go and see if I can find some gloves. So I managed to find one really quite rubbish glove, but hopefully it's enough to get these stingy nettles out. I can feel them sticking through the gloves. I can see also that there are some stray potatoes growing in this bag as well as the other one. Right, I'm tipping it out to firstly evict the unknown potatoes. They're still in there, and put them somewhere else because I want to know what I'm growing in this bag. Oh, come on. How are there so many potatoes in this? I think if I'd have just left the bag, I'd have had just as good a potato crop as I'm going to end up with here. Oh my gosh. Oh, flipping heck. That was heavy. Right. It's very compacted. Oh, look at the worms. I think that's stingy nettle root. That's all stingy nettle there. That's good to get rid of. Look at that. Look at that stinking little... Gosh. So I've been quite busy here this afternoon. I haven't been able to film as much as I'd like because there's been a lot of people, including next door neighbours, wanting to chat and not wanting to get them in the video and so forth. So I will give you a little plot tour just as the sun is starting to go down now. But before I do, I just wanted to show you something of which I am really proud. And that is this. This is a shopping basket that I made last weekend. And yeah, oh, it's managed. I've managed to get it wet and muddy. That's great, isn't it? But yeah, I made this on a course. I went on a weekend course, which is run by a woman called Jo Gregory. And she, her organisation is Creative with Nature, I think. It's either Creative with Nature or Creative in Nature, and I'll put it up on the screen. She's based in Todmorden in Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, on the Lancashire-Yorkshire border, and she runs amazing courses. She's got a whole load coming up online, making things with willow, but I've just spotted full of little bits of fertiliser, which I will go and put on my potatoes in a moment. But yeah, this is my basket, and yeah, I am just going to have it forever, and it's going to be coming on my allotment trips with me for a very long time. So yeah, I'm so proud of this. I've got some of my own willows actually just on the floor behind me. I don't think I'll be able to recreate this, and I certainly haven't got enough to do so anyway, but it has made me think about how I might use willow creatively in my allotment, using the willow that I grow on my arch at the end of this allotment. So I hope you like it. I love it. So starting at the entrance to the plot, my willow arch, you'll see, is springing to life now. It has got a lot of strands up there that I really need to get down and weave into the arch itself. I gave it a massive haircut the other day to take canes off it, but I think I want to leave those in, probably most of them. Maybe I'll trim some of them and take them into the body of the arch, but that's a job I should have done by now, but it's going to have to be a job for another day. Now, most of this plot has a slight air of mournful neglect about it, I should say. I just haven't been able to be here as much as I would have liked. So this little tour will help to serve as to help me in making my jobs list for this plot. I don't think it's going to take masses of work. Somehow it doesn't seem to get out of hand as easily as my other plots, but nevertheless it does need some TLC. So let's take a look. So in this corner, this just looks like nothing, but it is actually my raspberry patch, and they are autumn fruiting raspberries, lovely golden raspberries that you cut back each year. And I always start to panic because I've cut them right down that they won't come back, but I can already see some shoots coming through. I can see some nettles coming through as well, so possibly I ought to get onto those sooner rather than later. But by the end of the autumn, they'll be up to the top of the fence and covered in golden raspberries, so those are lovely. I've got some rhubarb coming up here, tucked away, really productive rhubarb, and that's going to be ready for harvesting soon actually. I chucked some manure on it the other day, so you may have seen in my last video at my other plot a big delivery of manure. Well, I also got one organised here, and it's kind of been plonked. I plonked some onto the rhubarb, I plonked some onto the roses, plonked some onto this currant bed as well here, and then the rest I put that I had for me in my compost bins, ready to either sit for next year or put on this year later. Sorry about the noise in the background. Teenagers. So yeah, this is a couple of currant bushes, which aren't looking overly impressive, and I probably need to put, I can't remember if that, no, I think that's dead raspberry in the corner. I thought I'd put a third bush in this corner, but I don't see one. Or is that, maybe I did. But yeah, there are two currant bushes here. I thought that might be enough to go in this pallet bed, but actually I think I could probably squeeze another one in each corner, and I might just do that because otherwise it's a bit of a wasted space. So I'm not quite sure why I got to there. Another one of my neighbours came up and talked to me, which is lovely because he's offered to fix my gate, which is a little bit wobbly, and fence. So that's lovely. But the sun is rapidly going down, and I haven't really done much of a plot tour, but then there isn't a great deal to show you, to be honest, except for beds that need weeding. Let's take a look. So yeah, that one definitely needs weeding. It has got my famous celeriac and celery. What's that one? Oh, I could have done with one of those earlier. Yeah, that's going to come out. It's really not going to do anything, is it, that? So yeah, I can just weed that bed over and top it up with some compost. Ow, stinger. I always get a stinger. That one has always been the flowers, where I put the sweet peas in the past. I may well do so again this year, to be honest, but that needs a good weed. This again has had more celeriac, more celery, and yeah. I'm very tempted to just pull it out because I've got so much at the other side. There were some herbs in here, but I can't actually see them now. So we may just make a fresh start on that one. That bed, weedy, needs a fresh start, as does this one. So the next time I am down, I'm going to go over them and completely weed them and put a layer of compost on them. At least that is an easy job to do. This bed here has got my garlic that you can see growing very well and healthy. Then in the bottom left, dirty finger coming in there, I've got some spring onions. I can see one good spring onion actually at the back there. I might pull that one, take that home. I've put in the onions that I brought with me, the little ones that you can see on the left there. I've put them in, and I've put in bunches. I decided to do it in bunches of shallots on that side there to just use up the space. So that's a very allium-based bed with a fennel, I think, in the corner. There's my strawberry patch there, which needs a good clearing out. There's the 2 potato bags. There's my blueberry bush, which is coming into bloom, which is lovely. I did have another one. Oh dear, I think that's it. Looking very sorry for itself there. I think I might need to get another blueberry bush, to be honest, to get the pollination done. I'm not sure. I think I will try to do that. Here is my globe artichoke bed that's gone completely wild and lovely over the winter. So that's looking very healthy. Hopefully I'll have some lovely big flower heads like I did last year. That's actually the asparagus bed there behind with a couple of stray onions in, I think. So hopefully we'll start to see some asparagus coming up and I can weed around it. Here I've got some broad beans growing amidst some gone to seed pak choy, I think. So if I take the pak choy out and weed around the beans, that'll be helpful. There I've got some onions grown from sets, and there I've got some other onions grown from sets. So those are looking quite healthy. And then this bed is the one, it's slightly bent and battered because my very heavy but little shed collapsed onto it a couple of times in the winter. Now I need to give this a good going over. It's got a couple of stray broad beans in, and the rest, I think, I don't know, there's a big parsley at the back. This is the one I'm thinking about having as the herb bed, so I just really need to go over that. I've just not been able to get on today because people coming up and talking to me. Then this large bed here, I'm going to have loads of beans in. That's what I've decided. Loads of tall beans. And then I'll think about what can I have around it. Now I've started to do, as you can see, I've started to do some weeding in it. I just didn't quite get to the end. There were some brassicas in there, but I can see that they've been completely munched. So I'm not going to do brassicas. I'm going to do tall beans here. I think those will be okay. And then that takes us back to the currant bush at the end that we looked at before. So it is a bit sorry for itself, this plot. Needs a lot of weeding. I'm going to come out and do it and get it done, and then I'll have some beds ready to receive things. So the only thing I haven't shown you is the best bit actually, which is through this final arch here. And it is my flower and fruit tree area. Look at those beautiful anemones, which have been flowering since about Christmas time, and the grape hyacinths behind them. Isn't that beautiful? And I have also, they've shut now actually for the evening because it is getting quite late, but some hellebores, which are lovely. Actually, they haven't shut. But very dirty hand, apologies. But look at those, lovely there. Those are red ones there, and I've also come around to this side. Tread quite carefully because it's a bit of a slope. And these are white ones here. Look at those, lovely. Yeah. Now I've got lots of different flowers planted here, as well as my fruit trees. So that's my plum. That's my medlar, all in leaf. This one here is another plum. Now, I thought I had a plum and a green gage, and I don't know. They might just be called plums. But I need to check out whether I actually have got... I actually have got a plum and a green gage, or whether I've actually got two plums. But never mind. And then this here is my Bardsey apple. And there is my fig. And there I have a cherry. So they're all looking nice and healthy. Fig hasn't grown a great deal, but it is still alive, so that's good. I've got peonies and all sorts. So you see some peonies coming up just in front of the compost bin there, and there's another one down there. So again, I need to go over with the weeder, but this is going to be beautiful, I think. It's got lots of different flowering shrubs in it, as well as the fruit trees. So that's about it for the plot tour. Yeah, it has served to remind me that I need to stop neglecting this plot and get a bit of work done, ready to get plants into here as soon as I can, when the time is right for them to come out of the greenhouse. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. The sun really is going down here now, and I'm going to have to head home. But it's been great to be out here again. I feel a bit more full of motivation to get this plot sorted out, and I will bring you back when I've got it tidied up and some plants actually growing here for you to see. Take care now, everybody. Bye bye.